Energy demand is growing rapidly every year, and the fossil fuels used to produce much of that energy have a detrimental effect on the environment. Thankfully, renewable energy sources are growing rapidly and can hopefully stop rising temperatures before it's too late.
As countries continue to grow and modernize around the world, our demand for power continues to grow up. That's only going to go in one direction unless we make the changes that we need to make.
Unfortunately, growing demand for energy is causing more fossil fuels to be burned.
When we burn these fossil fuels, it creates something called the greenhouse gas effect. Energy from the sun comes down and then is trapped, and it creates what's called global warming. That global heat level starts to rise. So it's these changes that are being caused by this global warming that are leading to climate change. The majority of that carbon, though it comes from a number of different sources, the majority is coming from the burning of fossil fuels for energy.
Renewable energy, or energy from a source that is not depleted when used, such as wind or solar power, is better for the planet. If we can transition to renewables, then we can prevent the negative impacts that come from using fossil fuels.
Each person has to make choices, but fundamentally, all the nations of the world have to figure out how we're going to transform our energy systems. And we're starting to do that. We're seeing a lot of progress. Energy efficiency, that's a key aspect to all of this. If we're going to reduce our emissions, one key element is we can reduce the amount of energy we need.
We need to reduce emissions, and new laws are being passed that can help us do that. Most states are in the process of transitioning their historically fossil fuel-based industries to renewable energies.
This is a really historic opportunity, really in the last couple of weeks. And then the previous law before that, about 6 months ago, are really opportunities for us to really lead and accelerate and really make good on our commitments. So that's really exciting. Most states are trying and are working through how they can try to get going, try to work on renewables.
The state of Virginia is incorporating renewable energy by building net zero schools. One example is Discovery Elementary in Arlington, Virginia.
I was hired the year before the school opened so I could prepare and help open the school. As far as being a fully sustainable school, there's no other school like Discovery. We are lucky to be able to use sustainability and this building in teaching and learning. It is a wonderful green building. We really wanted to make it a green school. So how do you do that? We want our students to learn about sustainability, preserving the earth, caring for the earth.
My name is Wick Knox. I'm an architect with VMD Architects, and I was the lead architect of Discovery Elementary. So as the architects, we were hired to design the project, which means kind of starting off with the initial concept and programming of the space. And when it opened, it was the largest net zero school in the country. It was the largest verified net zero school in the world by the International Living Future Institute. So it set a lot of high marks. But I think the best part of it is that we've gone on and done a lot of other net zero schools, and so it showed that it's not just a demonstration project. Be able to point to it and say, it is possible. You can do this. You can build a place like this.
It's instilled in them, not just for the short time they're at Discovery, but for the rest of their life.
Discovery isn't just helping the environment with all of its eco-friendly features. It's also inspiring students to help the environment and make a difference in the world.
And that really fills me with optimism and hope for the future, because I have great faith in them and that they will get it done. So that's really what excites me. That's where I put my faith. I think they can get it done. I think they understand it. I think they believe it and they embody it, and they know we don't have any choice.
I watch students leave here every year, and they come back and they talk about the things that they're into. And so many of them are inspired by what they learned here and what they did here. So I do believe that seeds are being planted here for future citizens that are truly going to make a difference.